Hey y'all! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. The day has finally gotten here after so much time of waiting. I have finally received my personal wide ringed Foxy fix. So we will take you completely through the order and I will give you the specs, everything that you need to know, all that good stuff for this notebook. This is my first ringed Foxy fix. I have had, the traveler's notebooks and everything like that. So this is my first ring bound planner that I have ordered from them. My order date was April 14th of this year, and it just arrived to me today, which is May 24th. So we are, or 23rd, I'm sorry. So Friday would have been the full 30 business days. So they, it was pushing it a little bit, but I got a little discouraged, honestly, because I had seen so many new releases coming out and people were starting to get their notebooks in, within like 2 or 3 weeks of ordering. But unbeknownst to me, when I did order this, they had run out of stock on this particular leather. So without further ado, I'm sure you want to see what all came here. So I will take you through everything. I did go ahead and unbox it. So anyway, so here we've got the 2 Foxy Fix cards that you always get with every order. That way you can have one for you, one for a friend. So we've got that. I did get a leather sample of the Lush Bordeaux, which I actually have this in a B6 Traveler's Notebook. And I do love this leather a lot. I really wish that there was some way that they could make this leather work for ring bound planners, but unfortunately with the floppiness of the leather, I don't think that it would hold up with a ring bound quite as well. So yeah, anyway, so that is there. I'm glad that they are sending out samples that have the actual names of the leathers on there. That way you can avoid a little bit of confusion. So as always, you do get a dust bag with every Foxy Fix order. So drum roll please. Here is the rings. So the leather that I got is the Boss Babe Madison. I knew what I was getting into with this one because the Boss Babe Madison was the first leather that I ever got, the very first traveler's notebook I ever got from Foxy Fix. So I was very familiar with the feel of it. I love the smooth surface of this leather. It has a very rich, luxurious feel to it. It's got a really good weight and thickness to it. But I did end up selling that notebook because it was an A5 and it was just a little bit too big for me. So even though it really hurt, I did let that one go. I do hope to replace it one day though. So this, for now, this will do. So this is the personal wide ring bound. As you can see here, you have got a snap closure, which is pretty normal for most of their leathers except for their Spice line. Their Spice line has got an elastic closure, which I would have actually preferred for the ring bound, but that's the only leather that you could get with the elastic band. And from what I understand, these leathers with the metal clasp closure are actually a little bit wider than the Spice line, but everything about those notebooks is different configuration than these. These are their more, this design has been around for a while, whereas the Spice is relatively newer. So like I said, Boss Babe Madison leather. We've got some gorgeous wrinkling here on the front. There are a few little marks here and there. There's a little mark here on the spine. There's a little mark here on the back and here. which I actually really like. I love the little bit of wrinkling that's going on here and everything like that. I do like a little bit more rugged looking leathers, so I don't mind having something that is imperfect, but they do note that whenever you make an order. Every leather is different because of the animal that it once belonged to. So anyway, my stitching is the purple stitching. And then I did get foiling here on the front. So this is actually my Instagram and my YouTube handle. I wanted to get something a little bit different than what I would normally get, which is like a Kay or a Kelsey or whatever. So I wanted to get that, and I got it in the violet foil. And then on the spine, I opted to get the Fox and Pip bow in the same violet foil. And I think it looks just beautiful. I really love how this came out. Inside, sorry, my kid is like right under my tripod. Okay. Inside, it's got a... Liam, what are you doing? Girl. Why are you down there? Don't push on it, baby. Okay. Hopefully no more bumps. Watch your head. Don't bump your head. Anyway, as I was looking, I do see a few more little marks and scuffs here and there. So I think that I really like that already, that it gives it a little bit of a worn look. As far as I can tell, this metal little button closure, it's very well made. Doesn't feel cheap at all, which it shouldn't. So that looks really good. And then on the inside here, with this configuration, this particular design, they all come with a secretarial pocket, and then you get a little card slot here. I think that comes stock. Oh, I forgot to mention, the front font is Willow. So here on the left hand side, you've got the secretarial pocket and a little card slot here. On the right hand side, you've got a full pocket here and a little card slot here. And then you also have a pin loop. You do not have a choice of not having a pin loop or not. But from what I understand, the pin loop is far enough out to where it should not interfere with inserts. I will find out about this soon enough and let you know once I get it filled. One thing I did notice that I really liked is that there is a little bit of elastic inside here attached to this pin loop. So it should accommodate for different pin sizes. I've never had one of their pin loops in my in any of my notebooks before, so I'm really not sure if this is how they're always done, but this should be able to accommodate for different sizes of pins. Now obviously it won't take a really big chunky pin, but it should accommodate a variety of them. The stitching looks really good. There's a few marks here and there on the inside. The inside looks really, really nice. So you can see the inside where that snap closure is. And then in here. And then here you've got your rings. So these are Kraus rings. They are silver and they are 30mm rings. I think that's right, 30mm. Rings feel like they appear to be super, super tight. So I don't see any spaces in between. Seem really, really nice, and they're very secure in here. Even though it doesn't have, I really like the way that they did the spine here where it doesn't show like the little back of the little nail heads on it. It just looks like, I guess if you put it like, you know, spine side facing you, it doesn't really look like a ring binder. It is slightly curved, and here you can see how thick the Madison leather is, and just for a size comparison, there is the Lush beside it. So you can clearly tell that they are two different widths of leather. So this kind of further illustrates why Foxy has not figured out a way to make the Lush line into a ring bound, because it is so much thinner. And it's a very, very floppy leather. So anyway, super, super nice. I'm really excited about this one. I should be filming a flip through shortly. This will be my project for the weekend, getting this all fixed up and everything like that. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I would love to hear from you. And other than that, please subscribe if you want to see future videos. Oh, one other thing that I forgot to mention. I do have my B6 here, and looked at the spines, and the spines appear very similar in width to me. And this is a wide. So that kind of gives you another little visual if you are familiar with the B6 size. And then they are same height, but as far as the width goes, the personal wide is quite a bit wider, but you also have to account for the rings. So that's just kind of a little bit of a size comparison. I'm sorry that it is so zoomed in. I'm hoping that soon I can get a new tripod and maybe be able to zoom out a little bit, because I do feel like some of my videos are super, super zoomed in, and actually this is as far out as my camera will go. So I'm hoping that I can change that soon. But anyway, if you like this video, please subscribe for future videos and everything like that. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.